Adrienne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have an exciting video, obviously. I always have exciting videos. I'm gonna be talking about my top 7 favorite travel apps that'll help you save money when booking travel or when already on a vacation, on a trip. So these are apps that I've not only used, but fallen in love with, and they have absolutely helped my travel journeys. As you guys know, I travel a lot, so I'm constantly looking to budget and save money, and I feel like you guys probably are too, especially in the summer. I'm sure you're going on a lot of fun trips. Comment down below, let me know if you're going on any trips this summer and where you are going. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about my top 7 apps. There are plenty more than 7 that I have used, but these are definitely the ones that I would recommend starting with if you are trying to book travel or if you are going on a trip soon. If you guys have more suggestions for my 7 iPhone apps video series, please leave them down below. This one was highly recommended for a while, and I just haven't done it. I don't know why, but here I am doing it. So without further ado, let's get into the 7 apps. So the first app that I want to talk to you guys about is called Hitlist. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before, but my friend Michaela showed it to me. It's incredible. Basically, Hitlist is an app that helps you find unreal flight deals. And so how it works is, I'm assuming that it kind of generates all of the cheapest tickets from every airline for every possible date and time, and then puts it just all on this app. Because the one downside of using this app is that you don't really have flexible dates. So essentially how it works is you set your home airport. And then once you set your home airport, it's gonna give you some suggested trips, some last minute getaways that are very cheap, but you can also search for flights as you wish. And basically, if I click on Europe from LAX, as you can see already, we are going to be finding unreal deals. So here we have Madrid, Spain. Usually a round trip ticket to Spain could be upwards of $1,000. Here we have $385 round trip. That's unreal. So these ticket prices are so low. I'm honestly like, how are they even doing this? But I will say, again, with the flexibility, so the downside is just that you have to go for this set number of days. So for example, this $385 price happens to be a 19-day trip. That may not be doable. It's these exact dates that it's giving you. But if you are someone who has a relatively flexible travel schedule and you work flexibly or remotely, this is absolutely great for you. Or if you're someone who's a student and you're on summer vacation, again, this is great. I just love how they also put together like cool little categories for you, like most popular, last minute getaways. So New York, $136 round trip is like unheard of. From Los Angeles, San Francisco, I always have friends that I want to go visit, so it's like $68 round trip. That's actually insane. That's Hitlist. The next app I'm going to tell you about is called Trail Wallet. So this is a trip budgeting app. I actually haven't used this one yet. I heard about this one today and I can't wait to use it. I wish I had known about it when I've gone on several trips that I've recently gone on. But essentially, it is to budget your days throughout your whole trip. So once you're about to start a trip, you would go onto this app, add a new trip, and you could say what it's called. Let's just say 4th of July. I'm not actually going anywhere, but we'll pretend. So once you go to that trip, you can basically decide how much money per day you want to spend. So you set your budget. So you set the budget by clicking on the little I right next to the trip that you just created. And you can have an automatic start date and an automatic end date, which would basically mean that you would just whip out this app once you're already on the trip, and it would kind of just tally the days and it would end when you want it to end. Or you can turn that off and actually set the dates. So I would just go in like when I first get on a trip. Let's just say my budget is $30 per day. So then when you click on this, it'll basically show you, okay, today you have $30 remaining. And so then if you buy something during your trip, so let's just say you went and ate food, $12 at Chipotle. You can also take a picture of your receipt just so that you can like track your expenses, especially if you're going on a work trip or anything like that where you need to, or maybe you are going with a boyfriend or a friend and you want to keep track of who's paid for what. You can add a picture of your receipt. You can categorize it. So obviously this one is food. I love that bribes is part of it. That's funny. And the date, obviously, and then you would just push save, and there we have it. So it shows today I've spent $12, I have a remaining $18, so on and so forth. So this is just a fun little way. Like, yes, you have to input them manually, but it's a fun little way to really stay on budget for a trip, because I know oftentimes on vacations you really want to not worry about money and spending money, but you also know that you have to budget. So this is kind of like a way to not be consciously worrying about it, but know that you're taking care of your budget. The next app I'm going to talk about is called Sikh Guru. I've actually had this app for a long time, and I really love it because it essentially shows you a lot of details about the flight you're about to go on, about the seats when you're choosing a seat, etc. So essentially when you go to it, you can click on get seat advice if that's what you're trying to do. Let's say you already have a trip booked. You can just type in your airline number and your flight number, or your airline name and your flight number. Or like, I obviously don't have one right now, so let's just, for example, click on Air Canada. You can look at each type of jet that they have, and then once you click on that, it'll show kind of a diagram of the full plane. So what's really cool about this is if you click on info, it shows you the amenities. So this way you know ahead of time if you have Wi-Fi, if you have power, audio and video, entertainment, food, things like that. And it actually shows like Guru tips, it features seat back televisions, blah, 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 blah. That's always really helpful for me. I always have to predict whether or not there's gonna be entertainment or outlets, and sometimes I don't like charge my devices correctly beforehand. So this way you can really know what you're getting yourself into before you show up for the flight. And then also you can look at the seat map, and what's really cool about this is not only can you see what the flight actually looks like, and it'll have like whatever type of plane your flight is based on your flight number, it knows. What I love is so all of the green marked seats are like really good seats. The yellow ones, there's something to worry about. So if I click on a yellow one, it'll give you notes. So this one says that there's no floor storage, the tray table and video monitor are in the armrest, making the armrest kind of unable to move and slightly reducing the seat width. This one says like this seat is very close to the bathrooms, and it also may have a limited recline, because obviously you don't want to get on some big international flight and not even be able to recline your seat. Like that would suck. And I'm not going to talk about this one in depth, but just on that note, there's also one called Gate Guru, which is basically the same as Sikh Guru, but it has to do with airports. So like if you click on a certain airport, it'll show you all the amenities they have, shops, services, food, it'll show you a map. So like, yeah, just a little side note, bonus app, Gate Guru. The next app is called Gas Buddy. So this is awesome because, as you guys are probably aware of if you drive, gas prices can be absolutely insane sometimes, especially when you're traveling and you don't know where the best places to find cheaper gas are. So basically Gas Buddy is an app that based on your location will show you the cheapest places to get gas in that place. So obviously you can enter your location and say find gas near you. All of these are kind of showing like what prices there are and the ranges. So obviously I want to filter by price. So the cheapest would be this Arco, like however many miles away, which is just awesome. And you can also look for like which types of gas. If you need premium or diesel, you can find that. Amenities like air and stuff like that. This one is just like honestly nice, especially if you're going on a road trip and you know that you need to stop for gas frequently. You may as well save money by using this app. Like why wouldn't you? You also can pay with this app, so you can connect your checking account, and then when you pay for gas using this app, you get 30 cents per gallon cash back, and you also get 10 cents per gallon for the first fill up and 5 cents per gallon after that. So basically you're getting cash back for using this app, which just honestly, like, why not do that? It's just a really easy way to save money on gas, which gas can be so expensive, goes up and down, super annoying. The next app I'm gonna talk about is called Student Universe. I found out about this from my roommate Morgan, actually. Basically, Student Universe is a website and app to get discounted flights and hotels if you are a student. So I'm no longer a student, but I was actually part of a screenwriting incubator lab through my university for the last year. So technically because of that, I actually was registered as a student at LMU. So I got to go on to Student Universe and basically get verified as a student. It's pretty an easy process if you are one. I also think if you're faculty, this might apply to. Don't quote me on that, I'm not positive, but I think so. You just would type in your destination, where you want to go, you can find flights, and then you search, and you're basically just gonna find more discounted flights and hotels than you would normally. So sometimes it's only a discount of, you know, 10 or 15 bucks, but overall it's definitely worth it. You definitely will save money. I've gotten some very cheap flights on here when other airlines and other websites have been very expensive. The next app I'm gonna talk about, you guys probably know of. It is called Kayak. I am obsessed with Kayak. Before I discovered Student Universe, I only used Kayak to book flights. Now it's kind of both, but I'm about to stop being a student in August, so I'll have to go back. I also love the fact that like when you are trying to find a date to fly on, they'll show you dates that are like cheaper to fly on with a green dot. So if you're like a little bit flexible and you don't know whether or not you want to leave Sunday or Monday, but maybe there's a green dot like here on the 21st, it says great price, so you know that that's better. So if you're a little bit flexible, you can click on that, you know you're getting a better price, which is awesome, instead of like having to actually calculate both. I also love that you can have a watch list. So basically when you know that you want to go on a trip, maybe it's a lot in advance, you can actually set the dates and locations of your trip, and it'll alert you when it's the best time to buy or when a price went down. So you can watch specific flights, and you can also watch like dates and times. Also, these are the same dates that I was searching on Student Universe, and as you can see, $217 is what it says there. $202 or $6 is what it said on Student Universe. So yes, sometimes it's only a $10 to $15 discount, but still, why not do that? Love Kayak. Great app for finding flights and hotels and rental cars, actually. And the final app I'm going to talk about is Google Translate. So this has nothing to do with saving money, but I did think I would mention it because I didn't realize how handy Google Translate is. I didn't realize that you could speak into it, take a photo of something. So when I was in Greece, for example, I just opened my Google Translate, went to the camera, and I actually took a picture. Like, obviously this is in English, so it's not really gonna work. What it's gonna do is it's gonna try to find text that's in another language. Again, like, this is in English, so it's not fully gonna do it. But let's say it was in Spanish, you can use your finger to highlight a word. So I just highlighted the word solve. So it recognizes what the word says, you go to it, and again, obviously there's no translation because it's in English. But let's just say, like, I wanted to switch and do English to Spanish, solved, and then it tells me resuelto. Alright you guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Turn on my post notifications if you enjoyed this video. And I can't wait to see you in my next videos. I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Happy travels, safe travels.